no more. Farage rages Brexit bill billions will just fund eurocrats' lavish lifestyles. Britain should refuse to cough up for the EU's £90 billion Brexit bill demands, which would just go towards funding eurocrats' salubrious lifestyles, former UKIP leader Nigel Farage has said. The leading Eurosceptic blasted Brussels for playing fast and loose with taxpayers' cash after damning expenses claims revealed EU commissioners racked up a £500,000 bill between them in just 2 months. Chief Eurocrat Jean-Claude Juncker splashed out £25,000 on a private jet flight to Rome, whilst the bloc's foreign affairs boss Federica Mogherini blew £70,000 on a trip to Baku. EU Commission officials yesterday defended the claims, saying they were proportionate overall and that they could not find a commercial jet for Mr. Juncker to fly on. But Mr. Farage, who has previously been attacked over his own expenses claims as an MEP, said the stratospheric amounts revealed show why Britain was right to quit the EU. And he added that Theresa May should refuse to pay eurocrats' Brexit bill, which has no legal basis and is an attempt to bluff the British tax-paying public into continuing to fund their bureaucratic life of luxury. EU sources have put the bloc's demands for a financial divorce settlement at anywhere between £50 billion to £90 billion, with the French finance minister advocating the higher amount. Last week UK officials reportedly said Mrs May would be prepared to pay up to £36 billion to secure a decent trade settlement, though cabinet sources later disputed this figure. UKIP MEP Jonathan Bullock told Express.co.uk the government should agree to pay no more than around £1 billion, which would be justifiable to tie up a few loose-end contributions owed by Britain. And writing in The Telegraph, Mr. Farage said, as a type of political punishment beating to discourage other states like the Netherlands, Poland and Hungary from also charging to the exit door, the European commissioners who have just travelled over the world at our expense, now wishes to pluck a figure out of the thin air and present it to the British government with a straight face, as a Brexit bill. Now this Brexit bill has absolutely no legal basis in the EU treaties whatsoever. So Juncker's Junket Commission is trying to bluff the British tax-paying public into continuing to fund their bureaucratic life of luxury to agree any exorbitant Brexit bill in order to fund the salubrious lifestyle of European commissioners and EU officials would be a huge betrayal of the British taxpayer and those who voted to leave the EU. This cannot be allowed to happen under any circumstances. The people voted for Brexit, not betrayal, and it is the responsibility of the British government to ensure that Brexit happens under acceptable terms. And on EU expenses, he warned, this is just the tip of the iceberg, or should I say the cherry on the cream cake when it comes to the EU casually wasting taxpayers' money. As they say in Brussels, there's no fool like a taxpayer fool. The former UKIP leader said that Britain should be entitled to a share of EU assets when it leaves, a position which has been rejected by eurocrats who says the bloc owns all the possessions paid for by member states. The House of Commons Library Research Unit has calculated that the UK has made a net financial contribution of £184 billion since joining the common market in 1973. And the Bruegel think tank puts total EU assets, including its buildings, art collection and wine, at a staggering £133 billion, all paid for by the 28 member states. Thanks for watching. Please like, share and don't forget to subscribe English News Hub for new excited videos.